Hello, my name is Rosamore M. Guzman, and I'm a bartender here at Recraft Manila. I took up culinary arts back in college. I even interned in Hong Kong for a bit. But bartending has always been something that I've been interested in since around 2016, 2017. I had a couple of friends who were really into the craft and I got sucked into it. And I think it's really part of this industry. It really sucks you in, really invites you about the science and the art of making drinks. I was actually quite scared. I was a very anxious and shy person. Didn't really know how to talk to people, but it's such a huge part of being a bartender. So eventually I took it as a challenge, and now it's my favorite part about being a bartender is the people, really. Personally, as a bartender, I'd like to make the guests as comfortable as possible. I want them to think that they're in their living room drinking with their friends, but they're drinking the best drink possible, the best experience possible. It's all about gauging whether they prefer more professional approach, more formal, or more comfortable, very casual approach. And then just get to know them, be friends with them eventually, hopefully. If not, then that's fine. I just want to make sure it's all about the guest. Like to ask what kind of drinks they want. If they ask for recommendations, we'll always ask for what kind of drinks they prefer. Do they want sweet, sour, savory, spicy? Our cocktail menu does have quite a range, so it's hard to just say a recommendation. While I do enjoy a good whiskey, I prefer gins when it comes to cocktails. I like pinpointing the little nuances that gin has, like the juniper or the different botanicals. It could be cardamom or truffle or whatever. It's a fun experience on the palate. In terms of a cocktail with gin, really my favorite is a Negroni. I find a lot of people think it's a 1:1:1 ratio of gin, sweet vermouth, and a bitter or Campari. I like to think of Negronis more of a personality thing. It depends. I've met people who do a 3:1 ratio. Do you want it sweeter, more boozy, more bitter, like Chinar Negronis or Amaro Negronis? A bartender's personality really shines through with a Negroni. I had a guest once approach me and ask for a cocktail that reminded them of parental dispute. And I remember that so fondly because that was such an oddly specific thing to ask a cocktail about. Usually it's it reminds me of Japan or something, or happiness, or heartbreak even. But parental dispute, that's oddly specific. So I made a variation on a hot toddy. I feel like a parent's love, family's love is quite warm, comforting. But when it gets too much, like a warm cocktail, the alcohol is a little bit overbearing to some people. So I wanted to almost hit that. So I got a kettle that is temperature controlled, and I hit it at 69 degrees, and then I used gin instead of whiskey because I wanted to be more clean, more of a vegetal note with the gin that I used at the time. And I added a drop of a tincture I made with Sichuan peppercorns, so you get that numbing feeling you get after a fight with your parents. And then a ginger syrup to give it that warmth again that's accentuated with the heat of the cocktail. That sweetness that it has innately with honey. So it was kind of that kind of vibe. I served it in a mug. I'm just hoping to learn more, get better at my fundamentals, learn more from different people from the industry, from my team, learn as much as possible from them, and make connections, hopefully. And hopefully one day I might open, perhaps, or depends, so many doors are open, but maybe in the future a business similar to a cocktail bar that I'd like. First of all, it's all about learning, I think. Making connections, meeting people, forming a network of people you can learn from. And then of course, you get to try new things like new liquors, very unique. A lot that I haven't tried yet, which would open more doors to possible cocktails, ideas, things like that. I'm very excited to experience in BCB. I love knowledge. And I love learning so much. I guess the biggest thing that I would take away from BCB would be learning how everyone thinks, how everyone connects, how the cultures change, in bartending. Like back in 2016, it was like this, and now it's more like this. So I guess just generally learning about everything. Hi y'all, I'm Rose from Recraft Manila. I'm so excited to see everyone at BCB Singapore. See y'all soon!